Yes, this is Black Light, Cyberspace Ministry, coming to you on a Friday. And we're into 2017 now, the month of January. So it's Friday the 6th. And we're going to do a little scientific experiment. This is dealing with rulership. I haven't gotten off the subject of the black man ruling and getting out from under the spell of white supremacy. So this experiment is going to be called Journeys into Psychic Therapy. Inner visions. The practice to get into this, we must practice the religion of truth, in truth. Truth is life, and life is for the living. Now, in order for this to work, or in order for us to get a good result, we must be in unity of thoughts and unity of vibrations. I'm beginning to realize that in ancient times, those that were on a higher vibrational frequency were scientists of life, of living, of being. Let's put it like that. They were scientists of being. And these scientists of being were the priesthood. These priesthood was over the power structure and the ruler, the one that dictated or governed the people. So we don't need to have that type of concept anymore. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm observing space and all the many stars and planets on the space, out in space, and I'm wondering, are there? I know some of them are inhabited, but I'm wondering if each of us have our own individual planet that we must go to. And I'm wondering, is Earth the testing ground, the experimental ground for us to ascend into outer space and go beyond maybe even this galaxy? Are we the gods of the planets, other planets? Will we be the god of another planet? And how must we develop ourselves to exist on these other planets? And how will we travel to these other planets? Do we have the ability to materialize on another planet just through our thought process. So I always been on this thought process, and I always said that I believe what Master Farad taught about thought travels at 24 billion miles per second. I was just on YouTube listening to, I typed in the answer or the question, how fast, how does thought travel, or the speed of thought. That's what I put in, the speed of thought. And all the so-called scientists, black and Caucasian, and I'm gonna use the word original. When I say original, you know I'm talking about the black man. I'm gonna use the word original because we are the originals of the planet. So the original men and the Caucasian mankind both said that thought didn't travel as fast as the speed of light. I disagree with that because maybe they were using the Caucasian as an example. They went into the brain and started analyzing the brain, and they started breaking down numbers, and none of them added up to 24 billion miles per second. They said light travels faster than thought. And they said that black dark matter in space travels faster than light. We got that right. So we're gonna, explore some of these concepts in later dates. But in order to prepare us to rule, we must experiment to see how long will it take us to rule. Now, I feel like we could rule and start our rulership in this century, beginning with this year, because Master Farad said that the Caucasian time was up to rule, and the only reason why they're still ruling is because we have the black, or the original man, has not woke up yet. Still sleep. The masses of the original man. There's a few woke up, and that's why I said I opened this video by saying that in the past the priesthood was on a high vibrational level. So now this is where I'm coming from, and this is why I dig this YouTube thing, because see, you don't have to be together to be in unity. In other words, our bodies don't have to be together. We don't have to be in one spot. Like you go to church and they call that the body of Christ or whatever, because you're in the church. But everybody's mind ain't in unity in the church or in the temple or wherever. So they're there. Some of them don't even believe. The reason why some of them go to church, they don't, is to get a woman or get a man, or to just have some companionship. They treat church like a country club. or a social club, you know. So you don't have to be on the same vibration because you go to church and all y'all together, you know. The Million Man March was more everybody on the same vibration than anything I ever seen in my life. The first one was in '95. Everybody was on that same. You could feel it, man. They was on that same vibration and that same thought, and they was ready to throw down too if the situation called for it. The universe felt that first one. Now afterwards, you know, something else. But while it was taking place, you could feel it. So I'm saying that even though we on YouTube and on cyberspace, that we could still be on that same vibration. Even though this is not live, you know, when I post it, it's not going to be live, but the frequency is still going to be in my words when you see it. When you see this and I'm speaking, the frequency is going to be there. It's going to gel with whoever's in harmony with what I'm saying. So these are the ones that could manifest the reality and change the destiny of what's going on if you have a pure heart. So this is a scientific experiment, so I'm saying this is psychic therapy of inner visions. We're going to come back with one more, and I want y'all to, you know, study this one right here for a minute. And then I'll come back with one more of these. And I might leave them up before I make another one, you know, for a minute, you know, so y'all can study this one right here. This is Black Light Cyberspace Ministry. Be back in a minute.